Hello player, today we will analyze the match between Gretarsson with the white pieces and Gukesh with the black pieces. d4. Knight f6. c4. b6. f3. Knight c6. Knight c3. e5. This move was inaccurate, the best move was d5. For example, d5. Queen a4. Queen d7. Knight captures on d5. Knight captures on d5. c. Captures on d5. Queen captures on d5. e4. Queen d6. Bishop e3. Bishop d7. With a balanced game. e5. d5. Knight e7. e4. Knight g6. Bishop e3. This move was inaccurate, the best move was knight e2. For example, knight from g, e2. h6. h4. With an advantage for white. Bishop e3. Bishop c5. Queen d2. d6. Knight from g, e2. f5. h4. Bishop a6. h5. Knight e7. b3. This move was inaccurate, the best move was bishop captures on c5. For example, bishop captures on c5. b. Captures on c5. Queen g5. With an advantage for white. b3. Knight d7. This move was inaccurate, the best move was h6. For example, h6. Queenside castling. Kingside castling. With a balanced game. Knight d7. g4. f4. This move was inaccurate, the best move was bishop captures on e3. For example, bishop captures on e3. Queen captures on e3. h6. With an advantage for white. f4. Knight captures on a4. Bishop captures on e3. Queen captures on e3. Bishop captures on c4. Knight from e, c3. Bishop captures on f1. King captures on f1. Kingside castling. King g2. c6. This move was inaccurate, the best move was knight c5. For example, knight c5. Queen d2. h6. With a balanced game. c6. d. Captures on c6. Knight captures on c6. Knight b5. Knight c5. Knight from a, c3. Knight b4. Rook from a, d1. Knight e6. Rook captures on d6. This move was inaccurate, the best move was h6. For example, h6. g6. Rook h2. With an advantage for white. Rook captures on d6. Knight f4 check. King f1. Queen e7. Rook h2. Rook from f, d8. Rook captures on d8 check. Rook captures on d8. a3. Rook d3. Queen captures on b6. Rook captures on f3 check. King e1. The evaluation became -2.1. This was a serious mistake, the best move was rook f2. For example, rook f2. Rook captures on f2 check. Queen captures on f2. Knight c6. Knight d5. With a balanced game. King e1. Knight from b, d3 check. King d2. h6. King c2. Queen d7. This move was inaccurate, the best move was knight e1. For example, Knight e1 check. King b1. Queen g5. With a decisive advantage for black. Queen d7. Queen g1. The evaluation became -2.7, this move was a mistake, the best move was g5. For example, g5. Knight e1 check. King b2. Queen g4. g6. F, captures on g6. H, captures on g6. Knight captures on g6. b4. King h7. King b3. Rook d3. King a4. With a decisive advantage for black. Queen g1. Knight h3. Queen d1. This move was inaccurate, the best move was Queen b6. For example, Queen b6. Queen captures on g4. Rook d2. With a decisive advantage for black. Queen d1. Knight from h, f2. Queen e2. Knight captures on g4. Rook g2. Knight e1 check. This move gives back part of the advantage, the best move was Knight e3. For example, Knight e3 check. King b1. Rook f1 check. Queen captures on f1. Knight captures on f1. King a1. Queen h3. With a decisive advantage for black. Knight e1 check. King b2. The evaluation became -2.9, this was a serious mistake, the best move was King b1. For example, King b1. Rook captures on c3. Knight captures on c3. Knight captures on g2. Queen captures on g2. Knight e3. Queen b2. Queen d3 check. King a2. g6. H, captures on g6. F, captures on g6. f4. With a balanced game. King b2. Knight d3 check. The evaluation became 0.0, this was a serious mistake, the best move was Knight f2. For example, Knight f2. f4. Knight from f, d3 check. With a decisive advantage for black. Knight d3 check. King b1. This move was inaccurate, the best move was King a1. For example, King a1. Rook f4. Knight d5. Rook f2. Rook captures on f2. Knight from g, captures on f2. Knight from b, c3. Queen b7. b4. With a balanced game. King b1. Rook f4. Rook g3. Knight c5. This move was inaccurate, the best move was Knight f2. For example, Knight from g, f2. King c2. Knight c5. Rook e3. Queen b7. With an advantage for black. Knight c5. b4. Knight b3. Knight d5. Rook captures on e4. Black's victory. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your suggestions.